Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here, welcome back to Gents. Hope you guys are doing well. Pretty soon I'm leaving for the airport, but I just got a package in that I've been anticipating for months. Eros Energy from Versace. Yeah, finally got it in. They only announced this thing like 72 years ago. And I wanted to give you guys my quick first impressions before I take off out of here. So this one's gonna be kind of quick and dirty. Let's do it. I'll link this one in the description. You can pick it up for 115 bucks, full retail, 100 mil size. 50 mil is like 82, I think. Which I think we need to say, thank you, Versace, good on you, because there are so many brands right now that are price gouging, or at least that's what it feels like. Maybe they're not, but it feels like it. So for a brand to release a fragrance that's really anticipated in that price range, that's nice. And that means that at discounters, of course, down the road, which I'm sure Versace doesn't really want to hear about this, but down the road, you're gonna be able to find this probably what, 60 bucks? Nice. So like I said, that one's linked in the description. If you have TikTok, throw me a follow on there at Gents. And guys, here are a bunch of codes you can use to save yourself some money. That JOMASHOP code is changing, so be aware of that. Mid-September, that's gonna flip. So those new codes, you need to know those. It only works on the app. And then we got all the other codes as well. Let's check out this presentation. Here we got the box. You have the name of the fragrance, name of the house, size and concentration, Eau de Parfum 100 ml, all right there on the front. Nice gold coloration. You have the name of the house up top. You have a QR code on the side. On the back, you have your ingredient information. On the bottom, your badge code, 4166C. Here's the bottle. I like it, think it looks good. You have the name of the fragrance, name of the house right there on the front. They changed the cap color, so now it's this dark kind of bronze coloration. On the bottom, you have a sticker with your badge code, and the cap does not click into place. Just kind of like slides in there a little bit, but yeah. Try to pick this up by the cap. Oh, ooh, busted bottle time. Let's go ahead and share a few sprays, guys. What's a few sprays amongst friends? There we go. So this one really just finally dropped in the US, and it looks like stuff is all over the place. Like, some people are really hating on this. Other people are thinking it smells great. One of the main detractors for this fragrance right now is people saying that it smells too similar to Aventus, which, stop me if that sounds familiar. I think we've been through this before with Mont Blanc Explorer. Even myself, when Explorer came out, it was kind of like, oh, what's the point? But then at the end of the day, after a while, you know, things settle down. You realize you can get the fragrance really cheap. You realize you can wear it everywhere. You realize that the quality is really nice for the price at discounters, and even at full retail, it's not that bad. And then suddenly you start walking it back and you're like, you know, Explorer actually, it's not too bad. I never said it was awful. I mean, honestly, for the price, it's pretty good. It's got great versatility. I feel like the exact same thing is gonna happen here. You're gonna have a lot of people who are gonna come out and be like, oh, Versace failed, they suck, they're morons, they're idiots. They came out with something that's Aventus for $115. And then when it hits discounters, more people actually get their noses on it. You're gonna see a 180 come around. Gonna be a good amount of that going on. So what do I think about it? How does it smell? Do I think it actually smells like Aventus? Well, I had my wife smell it. She's a big Aventus fanatic, and she actually didn't bring up Aventus at all. To her, she was like, oh, this smells like one of those really fresh, citrusy fragrances with a ton of ginger. She was like, a lot of lemon, a lot of ginger. This is her words. Really zingy, fresh, zesty. She was like, I like that. That smells awesome. I didn't put a little worm in her ear and say, does it smell like Aventus? And she didn't key in on that at all. That being said, do I pick up some Aventus inspiration here? Yeah, for sure. More so like Aventus cologne, because you're not gonna get that leather, you're not gonna get that birch, you're not gonna get that smoke. Catch that smoke. And honestly, you don't really get that pineapple either. So more Aventus cologne style than actual Aventus. Truthfully, this is gonna be a banger for summer. They're putting it out in the Northern Hemisphere at the end of August, so they kind of missed summer, but come around next year, which even better, it should be at discounters by then. They timed it perfectly for next year. But yeah, summertime, this thing is gonna smell awesome. Great. The citrus is super appealing. It's bright, it's zingy, it's fresh. It's not overly sweet, so you don't have that like sugary aspect to it. It's got a great fresh spicy aspect as well. And it has a touch of tang from the black currant, which again is gonna help tie it in with Aventus and Aventus cologne. This is the first time I've worn it, so do take that into consideration. This pulled up like a couple hours ago. That's how long I've had it on my skin. So when I'm telling you first impressions here, first impressions. Normally I would wear it a few times, let it dry down, all that stuff. I don't have time for that. I apologize. I'll do a follow-up review down the road. You get a little hint of like earthiness as it starts to dry down, but it's not really dirty, if that makes sense. It's that patchouli, oak moss in there in the base. It does give a nice counterpoint to all that freshness, all that citrus off the top, that bit of spice. And even into the dry down here, it's not overly sweet or anything. I mean, there's sweetness there enough that it's appealing, but it's not something that's gonna, challenge any of the other Eros fragrances in terms of how much sweetness they have. I'll spray it on again. Oh, yeah. I mean, look, fragrance is subjective. Everybody has different taste. And obviously anybody has a right to be disappointed or be really ecstatic with the release. But for me, this hits what I wanted from the fragrance. Nobody is gonna smell this side by side with actual Aventus or Aventus cologne and be like, which is which? And nobody's gonna smell this side by side with something like Club de Nuit Intense Man and not know which one is which. The openings there are not comparable. Club de Nuit Intense Man has a much harsher citrus opening. They both do smell lemon forward to me, but this is much more of a rounded opening with the citrus. It is zingy, it is fresh, but it doesn't come across smelling like a cleaner product or anything like that. It's a perfect vacation fragrance, a great daytime fragrance, safe to the office. The only thing I dislike about it is it's starting to chill down a little bit outside. So they like missed the window of when I would have wanted to wear this year. But I still will wear it. I can't speak to you guys on performance. Obviously, I've only had it in a couple hours, like I said. So, I mean, I can tell you it projects pretty well off the top, but who cares at the end of the day, because there's a lot of citrus there. Of course, it's gonna, really grab attention when you first spray it on. Goes without saying, I think, but spring, summer, daytime, that's when this is best for. And just smelling it right here, I think that I would prefer this over Explorer in spring or summer. And if we're talking fall and winter, I'd take Explorer over this. So those are my thoughts, my really quick thoughts on this one here. I'm not disappointed a bit. Once that price starts to come down, and the price is already reasonable, $115. It's not like they're hitting you with $180, $193, right? You can get this under $100 brand new for 50 mil. So I mean, you gotta kind of take that into consideration, right? You can't grade everything on the exact same curve as if everything is the exact same price that's gonna be used for the exact same things. I think for the price point, it's stellar. When it hits discounters, it's gonna be a banger. You're gonna see a lot of people reverse opinions on this one as they smell it and as they wear it during the summer and as it becomes cheaper. And I'm not saying that to like denigrate anybody. I have changed my mind on things. It happens. It's all good. But I can see like the writing on the wall with this one, because when you smell this is just like something, I'm spraying over that way. This is something that's just real easy to wear. Yeah, I mean, that citrus is good. That is solid. I like citrus forward fragrances, to be fair. If that's not your thing, this probably won't be your thing either. But Light Blue Forever, I really like that. Light Blue Italian Love, I really like that. Terre d'Hermès Eau Givre, I really like that. So fragrances in that style, and I'm not saying this is that, but I'm saying fragrances that put citrus like in your face like that, but give it less of that overt sugary sweetness. I really like that. And this is that. All right, that's enough talking Eros Energy. I am out of here. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.